We've got effing Paul Gorton on again.
Yeah.
Third. He's like, if there was like a Wikipedia page about Chatterbox, he'd be like the most returning guest.
Yeah, God, he probably is.
He's the third.
Sorry, I just burped. Honestly, what the fuck's going wrong with my tummy and my esophagus? Those are weird. Is it growing old?
No, I presume so. You've made me too comfortable with the word tummy as well, I think.
My nan used to have loads of Rennies.
I had some Rennies recently. They're disgusting. They're like chalk. Do you know what I had? I had heartburn for the first time in my life about a month ago.
Yeah.
I've never experienced it. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell's that? Because people always said it, and you're like, it's sort of...
It's really horrible. I had a big summer of red wine, and I had it at the end of the summer. Like, for a good, 2-3 weeks. Really horrible.
You had a big summer of red wine?
When I got into red wine... I only got into red wine 10 years ago. I've never had red wine before. I was, late 30s.
I was with you when you got your first ever hangover.
Yeah.
On the train home from Manchester.
Did I?
Yeah. We'd gone out at the end of Rovers and we had a few drinks, and you'd never had a hangover, and you were going, I feel terrible.
What, on the train?
Yeah, on the way back down.
Did we go out at the end of Rovers? Where?
I can't remember. Well, we'd had drinks. I can't remember what happened, but...
Is that the Chinese restaurant?
Maybe, I think so, yeah.
Oh. I remember thinking we were a real gang.
I know, and we're going to do this every year for 10 years, and we'll all be at each other's weddings. And
when in actual the truth of it is, I haven't seen Piers Quigley since that.
No, who I loved. I loved.
Lovely.
I think at the time I thought, what I know now is how quickly people move on to the next job. You know, like actors and stuff.
Well, including us.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's life. But you just think these moments are special, and no one else has created something as special as you with them.
What were we talking about?
Rennies.
Oh, yeah.
Heartburn Rennies, and you had a summer of red wine.
Do you know what? I can't go back to it, so I have to bleep it out.
No, I was talking about how you'd make a little gang, and then everyone's like,
yeah,
and you move on. But you do get caught up, and you go, I think this is the most special group of people. I was talking to someone else about this. You create all these bonds, and you genuinely every time think, I am actually going to see these people again, because you really like them, and you genuinely do really make friends with them. And then who's that in this picture?
What the fuck is that profile picture? Please. That looks like a comedy club.
I think it's a comedian. It looks a bit like Paul, I think, is my guess.
Oh, hold on.
Safe hands.
No, I was going to pull up an armchair and...
Right. What an entrance.
Hello, everyone.
You stood to the left waiting.
Hello, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
I've been stood there for 45 minutes. Just like...
ready to fly into shot.
And then when it came
what
on...
the hell are you wearing on your T-shirt?
It's just a normal T-shirt. What do you mean?
Have you got that?
Oh, dun 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 dun.
Have you got what? They haven't come out yet.
Special. What do you think?
I love it, but how?
Did you design it?
No, do you know Kenny?
I don't know Kenny, but I know the lovely, lovely Petra.
Oh,
He
hell.
has
I'm
organised.
sorry, that is a fucking gorgeous T-shirt.
Petra!
Petra, get in here!
Petra!
Petra!
Don't you dare not come here!
Get your ass up here!
Get your sweet ass up here and apologise to Paul.
That is such...
Look how beautiful.
Wow! Isn't that
Is
amazing?
it flipped for you, or does it?
No,
or is
no,
it
it's the right way around.
Oh, right, okay.
Right,
good.
that is right. Paul's
Magical.
wearing one of our T-shirts, and it looks fantastic.
Honk the bong bong. Bong bong the cow.
Oh, I love. I can't
In
remember
full colour.
Oh, I
Go on.
love that T-shirt. Is that how honk that? Which one am I again?
I think you're.
I'm honk. I'm honk. Oh, I love that, Paul. I love that, Paul.
What a lazy day. I'm just creating the character.
God, it half looked like a kid's show, didn't it?
Isn't it good with the colours?
Get
I
your
can't
mic
wait
out
to
of the
get
way.
on with
Get
it.
your mic out.
Sorry. I don't know how to do it now. I spent all the time thinking how I'm going to walk in and then not how what it's
Oh,
going to
that
look like
makes
on
sense
camera.
why you were stood to the side.
Yeah, because I didn't want to just jump in. I thought, oh, I wonder whether... I tried to hide it when I came
Are
in.
there lots of different honk and bong bong coloured T-shirts? They do.
I think we're only doing one colour, aren't we?
This is the only one that I think you guys are doing. So Petra reached out and said, what a lovely surprise it'd be for the lads.
That is honestly, I'm loving that. I
That
don't
looks
remember
incredible.
the design. I don't remember it looking so eye-catching.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Right, Petra said, get a good screenshot. So here we go.
Yeah.
Right, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. Hold on, stay there. Wow.
Hate that my face is...
Oh, let's get your face in. Let's get your face in.
Yeah, go back a bit.
Go back a bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Perfect. God, it's good, isn't it?
It's magical.
I was
This
sort of
could be the entire
annoyed, first
episode.
of all. I don't know why my instinct was first annoyed that you had
It
one.
was a
and
bit hostile.
I was like, how's he got one and I haven't?
It was a bit hostile. I thought Joe's going to try and knock me out here. It's Petra's fault.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's lovely.
I thought you'd got in contact with Kenny or something.
No, so Petra mailed when she was booking and just said, wouldn't it be great if I sent you this T-shirt? And then we were panicking whether it would arrive on time. So he was like, let me know.
What a
And I was
lovely
like,
moment. What a lovely moment.
It was beautiful. The
How
delivery
cool.
and the postwoman was like, oh, here it is. And it's all Chatterbix on the thing, isn't it? And I was thinking, ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a biscuit's house. A biscuit.
I'd love it if she said, I'm a biscuit too.
But then she was like, and who are you? And I'd be like, no, it's the Deal or No Deal guy.
I'm the Deal or No guy, yeah.
Well, the game show guy from now on.
I'm the game show guy,
The
yeah.
Geisha guy. Is that out there?
Not yet. Yeah, I think so. You're the future.
Well-
You're going to be giving us game show news.
Game
And
show news, yeah.
Just anything game show related, I suppose.
I've already started as well. There's
Have
so
you?
many game show
fucking
rabbit
bet
holes.
you have.
The rabbit holes you can go into. Unbelievable.
Really?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But then I haven't yet Googled, but one of the things that I want to try and do is like game show conspiracies.
Oh,
Anything. Just
have you seen the one about Millionaire? The dramatization thing.
yeah,
where-
that was good.
that was really good. Where have you seen it? I was trying Channel 4, I think.
The hidden millionaire guy, no.
The one who, the coughing captain.
Oh,
or whatever.
yes.
But they sort of showed all this stuff about how there was these forums and this group of people that were all trying to get on the show and had this sort of way of getting on the show. And it's really interesting. Watch it. It's brilliant.
But when you watch it back, it's kind of obvious, isn't it?
It's
Like he
mental
deserves
how-
the £1,000,000.
Yes, it's absolutely crap.
It's wild.
I'm really excited about what you're going to bring to the table. 1 minute it's going to be about a presenter, next minute a thick conspiracy theory, next minute a new show's coming out. Oh my god!
But we also need to go to the past.
Yes, absolutely.
We've got
do.
to respect the past.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we going to go all the way back to the first ever show?
Do whatever you want to do, boy.
Okay. Honestly, I've quit my job. I don't work anymore. I haven't really.
Do you remember where we got to in our last conversation?
By the way, we're doing an hour, Paul.
Okay, I'll try and squeeze it in.
We're finishing
Try and
it.
Squeeze it at 3.
Well, if you have to come back, you have to come back.
The third hour.
We were saying
It is funny,
you're
isn't
our
it?
most repeated guest.
Am I?
Yeah.
And it's such a topic. I didn't realise that I had that much to say about the ordeal.
Such a storyteller.
Paul, do you know who we had on Chatterbix that hasn't been released yet?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I seen it on Patreon.
Yeah.
Go on, you
Yeah,
say.
well,
because
Richard
it's-
Osman, yeah.
But I didn't realise he was an
I
executive
didn't
producer.
know. I didn't know.
What's that? I drove past him in Shepherd's Bush ages ago. And I was like,
mentioned.
He's a big fella.
Yeah, well, you're a big fella.
Not compared to him, I'm nothing.
But did you?
He's a whopper.
If you've heard it, did you hear that he's going to try and get the banker?
Yeah.
It was just, and you're going to get the banker on.
Yeah.
Oh, what an episode that's going to be.
Fuck-a-doodle-doo. You should probably come on.
I think so. You know?
You're waiting for that.
Would it be the same guy?
Yeah.
Would it be the same guy?
It'll be the same guy.
Oh, well, I've got a story about him if it is the same guy.
Oh, yeah. Have we spoken about him?
No, we're way down the line.
Okay.
I think that's after Christmas.
Yeah, that is. we penciled that in for March, I think, didn't we?
I can't wait for your game show section. I really can't. It's just, I don't know what you're going to bring each time you come on.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Now, there might be outfits, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I'm going to do until I'm there. I didn't realise I was going to stand up.
No.
And then the next minute, I'm leaning over, clicking enter.
It all works. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Right.
And then another thing that I've done.
Sorry,
I was going to say one more thing what I've done. This is wild. I've bought. Oh.
Fuck.
The board game.
From 2006. eBay. Honestly, I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's wild on there. Whatever you want, it's there.
It's deal or no deal. Will your chosen box contain £250,000 or just one penny? Good luck.
Whose voice is that?
No idea.
Twitter.
What?
Come on.
Yeah, there's something there.
Fucking hell. What's it like with Paul on?
Well, we get a little bit giddy.
Yeah,
Sparks.
You bring an energy we do not have. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And the T-shirt you don't have as well.
Absolutely. I'm fuming. I'm gonna
go on the tube.
I
I keep thinking that to put my Chatterbox T-shirt on the
Did Kenny
tube.
design that? That's so
He
good.
did, yeah. Can I have one more look at it?
So good. I really like those
That's
colours,
good.
the lime and the purple.
It's beautiful, and then you got a lovely little Chatterbox logo
Yeah.
here.
What I love about it is if you don't know what it is, you haven't got a bloody clue, have you?
But it looks like you're part of something.
Yeah, special. Something special.
And if you don't know, it'll make you go, "What was that?" You maybe go home like mole, cow, T-shirt.
Come on,
Yeah,
we've got
Right, yeah. Well, I was going to say
44
we've
minutes,
got
something like
to
that.
finish at 10. Pension's going to knock on the door and say over.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Paul, right? Do you know where we got to last time?
So
A little recap, please, if you will.
So episode. So you have to go back to episode 1. Don't just dive in here, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Do your time.
good bit of business there. Thank you,
It's
Paul.
only 2 hours.
God, this could be its own podcast. These fucking...
What Paul's saying? Go back to old ex.
Just put it out on one. Yeah. Okay.
Just one long gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So episode 1, I audition. I get on the show. I had a little bit of a rough start, bit embarrassing. Episode 2, got myself back in the game. Okay, by kissing a man.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, because that weird. Yeah,
Seems ages
Jesus wept
ago,
his
that.
talk. Yeah,
Not just any man.
that beautiful.
I kissed
man.
Daddy.
Yeah,
Daddy,
Daddy,
yeah.
yeah.
Daddy left. Head held high. Great game. Off he went.
Do we remember
Okay.
how much money Daddy made?
No, I don't. I'm sure it was like 20 or 30 grand. It was
Okay,
around-
so a chunk of change.
It's a chunk, yeah. Especially in deal terms. I'd love to know the average. I'll
Yes,
find
that
out for
would
the
a
other
gr-
section.
What a
What's
great
the average
thing!
takings?
Yeah. I reckon it'd be lower than you think. I reckon.
I think it's probably 5 or 6 grand.
Yeah, I'd say.
Probably, maybe even that could be quite high because a penny's low, in it. So like, there's
Yeah.
a huge scale.
What a lovely thing to know.
So we did that, and then that was the end of the show. It was the kiss. The kiss.
We spent a long
finished it off.
time on the kiss, didn't we?
So
Right.
yeah, so
the
we
kiss.
left on the 1p kiss.
Yeah.
Danny's gone. Okay, and then episode 2 stopped, and now we go in. Okay, now you wake up the day after Daddy's gone, you feel different.
Hello, Chatter Biscuits and Chatter Biscuits with nuts, etc. If you're enjoying this podcast, you need to get on our Patreon. You will get early access to ad-free episodes. There'll be videos and behind-the-scenes sneaky pics. It's basically a place where we all hang out together. And also, you'll be given instant access to our Discord community, which is a friendly place where Chatter Biscuits share stuff and talk to one another. It's like a nice Twitter, basically. So just go to patreon.com/chatterbix. Also, Patreon is also an app you can download onto your phone. All for the price of a coffee. Once a month, you pay a few quid, and you become a VIP Chatter Biscuit. If that's what you like. Sign up at patreon.com/Chatterpix. The link is in the description of this episode. There, done. Do you know what? There's over 1,000. We've got over 1,000 patrons at the moment.
Patreon, give it to me. Patreon, I need it, girl. Patreon, give it to me. Patreon, I need it, girl. Give it to me. Wow. Patreon, I need it, girl. Patreon, give it to me. Patreon, I need it, girl.
And it ended the show before ended with Daddy going, and then it's like, good night.
Yeah, and then that's it.
Okay.
And I can't fully remember what happened that evening. I'm sure we would have had a drink, and then he's gone. Okay, so then the next day, we're all a little bit like lost sheep.
Yeah, no doubt.
The Big Shepherd's gone.
Yeah,
and we walk into the green room.
But you said he was the glue to the group.
100%.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
He's one down from maybe
Wow, big boots, but
big character.
Yeah.
So we all go into our room. Like, we're all going to go and get changed because there's the little wardrobes. We call you in. We're going to put your outfit on, etc. Next minute, one of the guys comes over to me and says,
one of production,
the runners, production guys, yeah. They said, the guys have all been talking. We want you to be daddy of the group.
Did they say that? You want you to be daddy?
We want you to be daddy. And
it seems like an obvious choice to me, to be honest with you.
What does that mean again? What did that
daddy
mean?
Means you're basically team leader.
Yeah, like a team leader, like an anchor point, just to kind of make sure any new people coming in, or if there's any existing issues.
And how long have you been there to get daddy? Was that quick for getting daddy?
No, I reckon we must have been maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. But remember, that's quite intense. You're 8-hour days, 3-4 shows a day.
Sorry, so you've done 3 shows a day for 2 weeks at this point.
Oh, yeah.
You must be so relaxed. I reckon you're feeling overconfident at this point.
What made you say that, David?
Maybe. Parochial, maybe.
Yeah, that's amazing. I thought you were going to say since Monday. But
I did. I was like, we need a timeline on that bugger because that's insane. Like, who can take...
You can see why it feels like a family now on the show.
Daddy.
Yeah.
And there's a big whisper, and then I felt elated.
When they said daddy, did you sort of go, well, what does that mean exactly, or did you know what that meant?
I knew.
Yeah. And also, how many of the others had been on for as long as you, around about?
Well, so I must have been maybe 5 or 6 shows away from my show.
At this point?
Yeah, at this point. So there's 22 people there. So I've probably... I'm one of the oldest there now, so I've probably done 18 days, haven't I? Something like that.
Can I ask a question then? Do they, when the new people arrive, and apologise if you've told me this, but do people come in like one at a time, or is there a bunch of you come in at a time? Like,
no, there's a in the back room we have a holding pen.
Oh yes, the holding pen, and then they go, Paul Gorton.
There's a group, and then you have a behind-the-scenes group of holding pen waiters.
There's tiers, isn't there? There's daddy, there's group, there's holding pen, and then there's
dealers? Daddy dealers. Because I know you're the ones that are kind of around doing your stuff.
Yeah.
And then you've got holding pen people.
Yeah.
Who haven't, they've not cut the mustard yet.
Yeah.
So they're very kind of like, hi.
Do you give them a name, like they green or something? Do you call them the green?
I don't think we give them a name at that point because you're fresh.
Yeah,
but then when you get on the show, it's like you're in the group. The fresh meat come through. But we all make sure we're all on the same coach, and we all make sure that everybody's happy.
Camaraderie alone's worth doing it for.
I like the idea that Richard Osman was the brains behind this.
Yeah. So the puppet master, if you will.
So I wonder whether he'll know Daddy. Maybe he was like, we haven't thought about having a daddy of the group.
Well, his idea to give someone a daddy,
Maybe.
it probably was. He pulls a lot of strings.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, it's always like the quiet. I always seen like an unassuming, quiet character.
Big old brain on him, though. Big old brain.
I might have a Wikipedia of him. Shall we do a show on his history?
Yes.
Talk about the things that he's done, maybe.
But I'll do it again with
he's
Paul
done it.
at the helm.
Oh, yeah.
Do a deep dive into...
Oh, I'd love it if he was the banker.
Oh, yeah, no, unfortunately
36
not,
minutes remaining.
Oh, sorry.
And what have we got? We haven't got
haven't got
past
anywhere.
the last ep.
We haven't got anywhere
Have
yet.
we?
We recapped.
No, we have a massive
Recapped
recap. A
for 20
20-minute recap.
20-minute recap.
Which we all expected, let's be honest. We're just going to be recapping the
Imagine
recap.
listening to these episodes one after the other.
Good on
I
Will.
heard that.
Yeah, which
yes.
we've advised people to do stupidly.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Don't.
maybe on the thing you could put play from like 35 minutes if you've heard the last one in the past like 2 weeks.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of work. But
Yeah.
So I'm now daddy, and then I'm going on to the show. A whole different ball game. So now you're walking on, and you're kind of like, like you're one of the old heads there. You've got that confidence. The shoulders are a little bit more back. When you come and getting your makeup on, you're doing little jokes. You're now smiling and giving people winks in the thing. You'll be fine.
oh, giving the newbies you'll be fine. don't worry.
Like welcome
Noel's
to such and
lovely.
such a
You'll
person
love
over
Noel,
there.
yeah.
You're like,
But you haven't been on.
welcome.
But you haven't been on the show yet, have you? No, you've been
Yeah, so
you've been stood behind the box, so you are on the show. Sorry, yeah.
Are you, sorry, Paul. Every new episode, do you go back to your same box? Or
yeah.
do
So you all have the same spot, and then
Yeah.
I think the person who leaves, the
A
new
new
person
person.
takes their
Oh,
spot.
they come from the holding pen. Yes.
Do you
Sorry.
ever wonder what it looks like from someone else's box, their point of view? Or
Well,
not?
not someone else's box. I would have liked to be more central next to the board because I was maybe 3 in or 4 in
You were.
from the side, and then
yes, we discussed
the one
this
next
last
to the
time,
screen.
Can I ask a question, Paul? How much space was there behind you? From you to the wall?
You're probably 5 inches up.
Is there a curtain behind you?
What was behind us?
Never looked there.
Was
did
it
you?
a? I've got. Do you know what? I've got a photograph.
I think there was a black curtain.
Let me have a look.
I just wonder how big that. Can you remember, Joe, how big that studio was?
It's not
Was it-
big. It's not big. But what studios do? They do a lot of stuff. It's a wall. It's a wall.
So it's a wall
So
with
that's
a
a set.
lovely bit of
That's
light.
a set, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what's behind the set?
Oh, so behind the set was like corridors.
Yeah, and wires and whatnot, I should imagine.
Yeah.
So
Little
how much
footsteps.
space between you and the wall? Like 20 foot?
No.
No.
So the wall behind me must be like 3 or 4 feet. You're
No.
basically.
But
here.
what they
Yeah,
do,
you're
David, they
probably
make
arm's
it
length.
all look bigger. There's lots of weird things they do, like with depth and stuff, so it all looks more.
What? So if you took a big step, you'd touch that blue wall?
If you
behind
fell
you?
back, if you fell backwards, if you fainted and fell backwards, your head would have hit the wall, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I've got such an image, like a memory of Deal or No Deal being quite a big.
Like a hall.
Fuck.
No, quite intimate. It's an intimate place, and there's heat in there when you walk in, like when you get off the plane.
Like
when you're in
radiators.
Spain, and it hits you. It might be radiators. It might just be electricity.
No, because studios are notoriously cold places. Hard.
Okay,
It's
if you went to the wall behind you,
Yeah.
okay, and walked at a nice speed to the wall opposite you, how long would it take?
Oh, it's not long, is it, Joe?
30 seconds.
Surely not. Yeah.
30 seconds, quite long. I could probably walk to Phil's from 30.
30 seconds. No.
Yeah, I'd say it's more like. Is it 15?
I'd say 15.
20?
Sorry, Paul, you're right, 15. Yeah,
I do big strides. 1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah,
5.
but you'd stop and chat to people on the way, so
Yeah, and you've got to wave.
10 minutes.
And then there's autographs and stuff like that. Oh my God. So at this point as well, the audience knows my name.
Do they? Do you? So
Yes.
they. Hold on.
Yes.
So because the audience are repeat, or have you been out on telly?
No, this is. So TV is like months away. You're like 3-4
So
months
this is
down the
because
road,
there's
aren't
the
you?
audience coming back. So
and there's repeat custom. It's the same group.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Oh,
So
could
There
you
was
also-
one little pod at the front that was always there. She was a super fan.
Okay. Sorry. Another question. So you've been on 2 weeks, 3 episodes. So how many what's that? 2 weeks worth of broadcast?
so it's probably like 20 episodes or something.
Yeah. Have there been any moments in the episodes where you've gone, "Ooh, I didn't like what I did then," or that episode will be a good one because I looked and I smiled?
Oh, right, specifically about
Because you've
Paul
got there's a
rather
history
than...
of Paul at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now I'm.
That was a
building
lovely Paul moment. That's yeah.
So how many moments were you like that?
Enough
was
for a
great,
show
not sure
reel.
about
Enough
that.
for a deal or deal show
I
reel.
thought I was trying to create a show reel. Sorry, my other half's just come in with the baby. Said use the front door.
That's all
Right?
right. That's all right.
She's just come in and gone, sorry.
Can we meet it?
Well, you might as well come and say hello to Joe and David,
Yeah.
mightn't you?
Forgot the key.
She forgot the keys.
Oh.
This is my little boy.
Hello.
Sorry.
This is
That's
Kate.
all right. How are you?
Hi.
Oh, they can't hear you. Do you want to put an earphone in? Oh my God, we're meeting the Gortons. This is wild.
Hello.
Hello.
Johnny, say hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We're sort of in love with your husband.
Well, we're not sort of in love, we are in love. This is the happiest we are when
well,
we're
no.
talking to Paul.
And this is Charlie.
Hello,
Named
Charlie.
after Brian and Charles.
Oh, hello.
Not quite, but
No,
same
yeah,
name,
I'll
innit?
take it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we've all got hats on and you haven't.
Yes.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
feel so left out.
I'll let you get on. I'm so sorry.
All right, that's all right. Fine.
No.
Shall we start again?
Meet the Gortons. Series 6.
That was lovely.
That was a
Oh,
real
I'm kind
nice-
of happy that happened.
Oh, we are.
It's about time.
That's a new podcast, Meet the Gortons.
Oh my God, we could go on holiday. Would you do a podcast where you go on holiday and just spend a week with
I'd
us?
love to do that. We were in Italy not long ago. And
Why
I was
didn't
thinking
you-
Joe and David would love to see it.
29
pod?
minutes remaining.
Quick recap on what we've talked about.
Lazy weekday morning, giving it up for you. Lazy weekday morning, giving it up for you. Podcasting, recording, giving it up for you. Podcasting, recording, giving it up for you. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, y'all. Chatting our balls off. Chatting our balls off. Lazy weekday mornings, giving it up for you. Give it up, girl. Give it up, Lazy weekday mornings is just what we do. Give it up, girl. Give it up, Lazy weekday mornings is just what we do. Give it up, girl. Give it up, Lazy weekday mornings, giving it up for you. Give it up for you. That's what we do. Ooh. We can't help it with our logo.
I think we created a new show at some point. Back in the, there was a ball game at the start, wasn't there?
Yeah. No,
That
right.
feels
So,
like.
I
So we
literally
were
can't
chatting
remember what we
about-
were talking about.
Distance from
distance.
one part of the set to the next.
Oh well, I've got a
And
bit.
heating, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
hot,
there's heat when you walk in.
hot or
You said
cold? Heat.
Notoriously cold.
Notoriously
What, the
cold.
studio?
Yeah, of course they are, because they're big airy places, aren't they?
I'm not coarse. I'm not a bloody TV dude.
Well, no, but just think of the size of a studio
No, I
which you've
didn't
been
know
in.
they were. No,
You've been in enough to see big. Do you know they're big? They've got high
Don't
ceilings.
patronise your listener.
So
Patronise
many.
your
I
listener.
fucking will if
Everyone's
I
been in
want.
the studio, haven't they?
I fucking will if I want. Yeah.
So So,
Oh yeah, so you think
intimate.
I've had some good moments so far. Looking
Oh
forward
yeah,
to what's coming out.
showreel. Yeah.
I've made sure, I haven't made sure I'm on camera, but obviously sometimes you can see a camera pinned towards you.
Do you
and
lean
think-
in? Do you lean in?
Sometimes I was stern faced when it was at a stern point of the game because I wanted.
So
I
you're-
didn't want to stern
You're getting
game.
you're in
and I'm still
character
like-
the whole time, are you? You're in.
Yeah, well, I just want to kind of play the room a little bit. You know,
Okay,
like
so
a bit,
like a tense moment in a typical game, what would you look like if the camera came
I'm
to
tense.
What
so
would you look like?
I was a leaner, so I'm leaning, and I'll probably be a bit. Hold on a minute, let me just.
you? And are you actually acting in these moments, or are you
I
feeling
think
the
you
tension?
look completely different then, Paul. Do it again.
Yeah, hold on.
What's this? It looks different. Does he look different? Like better looking, weirdly.
Oh, don't say.
No, but like when you have a nice pose.
Thank you.
Really nice.
Oh, what
In
a
those
lovely thing
tense
to say.
moments, are you feeling the game, or
No,
are you acting?
You are.
Or do you not give a
you're
shit?
in there.
You're in.
Yeah,
You're
there's-
involved.
Yeah, no, there's no play acting. Like there is. Well, I'll tell you a little bit. On one of the shows, right, we won 100 quid, which is big numbers, right? That's a big old
100K or
number.
100K?
100 quid.
£100, £100.
What do you mean big numbers?
So, well, there was a guy. The one that's like, if I just said to you now, here's 100 quid, you'd be like, oh my god, it's a huge amount of money to just receive for doing nothing. You see what I mean?
Not
Yeah.
after 3 weeks, I wouldn't feel that.
No,
So we won it
deal or no deal, I wouldn't.
I'd be fucking
well-
fuming if I'm honest, Paul.
at the time.
I don't know what you're
was
talking about here.
No, 100K or £100.
£100. One of the guys was on a show, and he's in his show. He's doing all right, and he's got a little bit of banter about him. And the banker called up. It wasn't it. The banker called up and said, "If you can get, I think there was 2 boxes left or 3 boxes left. He went, if you can guess what's in your box, everyone's going to win £100." And then
Oh, okay. So not just
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
not
yeah,
just him.
no, everyone's gonna. So we're sat there on the side, and honestly, you're getting butterflies. Like, and he was dead, like, just passive, and he went, "Oh, 10 quid," just like completely, oblivious to it. And I was thinking, God, think about it, mate. Like, we can all have 100 quid here. That means my bank account will have £100 in it with no minus. It's big numbers.
Right.
So he guessed it right. And honestly, the celebration that we did, crowds up and we're like, yeah, we're hugging.
How many people are there? How much do they have to pay out? How many? 50? How many people?
So there's 22 of us, including the guy.
So, yeah, 2,000
It's
plus
£2,000.
quid, yeah.
I'm just suddenly
really?
fantasising then that Richard Osman said, "Oh yeah, I've got November the 13th to December the. Do you want to watch all of Paul's episodes?" Yeah,
Oh, can you imagine?
absolutely, I do.
Can you imagine if he's like, we've looked in the records.
It'd be so
he's
weird.
never been on the show.
It'd be so weird ignoring the people at the front and just seeing what Paul's doing the whole time. Look at Paul there. He's leaning, he's standing, he's scratching his nose in that one. He does a lovely little wink at that point. Look how happy he is in that bit. Amazing.
Fucking hell, you're going to be on for it 4, aren't you? Nowhere near finishing.
Oh, right, I've got a quick question. Are you playing the long game now, Paul?
No, I promise you
Okay,
now,
okay.
I'm just recalling the detail as it happened. If you want to just know what I won. Because now I'm thinking, oh, God, there is so much to tell.
Yeah, but this is the least that's ever been told of a story ever.
Well, we all won 100 quid. That's big news.
Yeah,
That
okay,
was
yeah.
the
Big
one.
news.
That was the hit of this episode.
It's fucking big news. It's taken half an hour.
And then I'm on a high, right? So everything's fine. I'm playing with the camera. I'm playing with the audience.
I
playing
don't
with,
feel like we've spoken about Noel enough. He's such a giant of TV.
David, it's so funny that you've just said that. Okay?
Okay.
Because I'm on a. Remember,
He's playing you like a fiddle, David.
I'm on a high. I'm on a high. And then. And that's big old capitals and then.
What?
So we're about to go on to a show.
Trying to create what?
I don't understand a word of that sentence.
No, like big caps lock and then. If I just went and then, you'd be like, oh yeah, and then he walked down.
Then.
I was trying to work out
then.
if that was part of the game or something. I was like, oh, right, okay, sorry, yeah. Drama.
So we're all about to go on a show. Okay, just normal day.
Right.
I need a wee. Okay. But then we're kind of hurrying around. I'm, buzzing about. I'll just hold it in. I'll go at the next game. At the end of the next game. The next game was
How long will that
ages.
take? 2 or 3 hours?
Yeah, but this one was.
You can't hold
It must
it
have been
2 or 3
3 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, it was. It was a big old chunk. It was probably 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours.
Is it not the done thing to stop the recorder, take it and go, I need a piss, basically? That is not the done thing.
Joe?
Okay, I've stepped over the mark. Yeah, okay, you're getting to that, aren't you?
So
Okay.
because I'm still,
Yeah.
I'm playing a character. I'm a bit of a clown, the class clown.
Plus daddy.
But, however, I'm petrified of Noel and the team there.
What do you mean
So-
you're petrified of Noel?
Oh, of course you are. Of course you are. Doesn't need explaining.
You can't. You
that's
can't
not-
shake.
It's an interesting word to use. Petrified.
It's not. It's no difference.
Let him talk. Why are you petrified of Noel?
But no, Joe's bang on. Like, it's still Noel. He still has my life in the palm of his hand. Okay.
Exactly.
Do you feel comfortable with Noel?
You're not
No,
with him,
no,
are
no,
you?
no.
He's always he's at arm's length the whole time, isn't he? He's an enigma.
So you're
Yeah.
always, here's the headmaster.
Yeah, and he's not like bantering with us too much, but when he is, it's kind of like a short, respectful kind of banter back, and then he moves on, and then you think, oh my
It's
God.
always on his terms, correct?
Yeah. Like if he would ask me something, I'm not going to go into like a big story and do all this stuff. I'm still going to be
No, I
kind
haven't
of
got
like,
time.
oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I've only got 3 hours, Noel. I need at least 10. So then I've held it in for this show, and then I'm bursting, and I mean really bursting. And like when you hold it too long, I've run out and I've gone, and it comes out like faster and harder. There's maybe a bit of a sting, and I'm like, oh, right, okay.
Oh, that was
But
really
then-
sexy. More, Paul. Give me more.
Yeah,
Of that.
well, you know what I mean. The fleshiness. There's
Yeah.
It's all white because there's so much water that you drink.
White?
It's just not white, clear. Not white, clear, clear.
Comes out like
Paul.
milk.
That's called
I had to
semen.
work so much to get that wee out.
to work
So
it
it's,
out.
so then next time you want a wee, you can't hold it that long, can you? Like that seal's broke. You can't do 3 hour of holding and then another 3 hour of holding. I don't know if you've ever tried it.
No.
This might be my
No,
first
no,
Do
time.
you
no.
think
actually.
any of the contestants had a wank while you were filming Deal or No Deal?
What, behind the box? I'm gonna wager a lot of money that they did it with 6 cameras pointing at them.
Sorry. Go on.
You never know.
No.
I couldn't 'cause I'm so tall. I'd be over the box.
Yeah.
There's no hiding.
So that was an odd question, but yeah.
So shot out.
It's all right. It's what's on your mind.
Well, I was
So
thinking
you-
you went from white weed
I was
to...
thinking about you wanking.
You had a piss. You couldn't hold it. When did you go there? Before the record starting or halfway through?
So that show finished and I've ran out and I've gone.
So you
And
made
then
it
I've
to the
come
end of the
back.
show, right?
Yeah. And then maybe about half an hour into the next show, I need a wee again, but I can't hold it. Like I'm really squeezing and I'm going, oh my God, I really need to go here. Now, after it must have been every like half an hour, 45 minutes or so, there was a small break it was commercial breaks. And so it must have been, no, it was longer because it's edited down. So he does a commercial break, but then you stay where you stood and you get your makeup done, little chat, and then you're back into it. I've called the runner over and I was like, I'm so sorry about this. I'm absolutely bursting here. I need to run for a wee. So then the runner asks another runner who asks Noel. Noel stays present during these like tiny little breaks because there's no
It
time
goes
to go back
to
and forth.
Noel if you can have a piss.
So he's like, oh no. So like it's
Bloody hellfire.
and they're pointing over at me. And I'm like, oh my God. All the audience is still there. Noel looks at me, Paul, and I've gone, oh, I'm in big trouble here. And he's gone, if you disrupt the show again, I'm going to kick you off the show and replace you with someone else.
No.
The whole
What, for you
crowd,
needing a piss?
Hang on, is he
Yeah.
joking there?
the whole so in school when there was like a reaction,
Oh my
like
God.
if everyone goes ooh, it makes it a million times worse.
Yeah.
All the crowd and everyone around did like 2 seconds of nervous haha and just went ooh, and I was like I'm so sorry, I really need to go. And it was the most awkward thing. And because I was thinking, I will just hold it. And I was like, well, I'm going to piss myself.
Well,
And I was
hang
like,
on a
I'm so
minute.
sorry, I really need to go.
That was just joking around, wasn't it? Or
I think
not?
it was a joke.
But making
don't-
sure you knew not to.
Yeah, but also don't do it again.
Oh my God.
Wonderful, Noel. Wonderful, Noel.
Noel is fucking with you.
Yeah, he's in there. And I'm thinking, oh my God. So I've run the toilet and I'm running back.
What a weird
And as
thing
I've
to
come
do.
back in, the crowd's gone, oh. And I was thinking,
Pantomime villain.
A villain.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is the worst day of my life. That was tough.
He said
That was the worst day of your life.
Yeah, in front of everyone. It was the ooh, it was all the eyeballs. But it's eyeballs for the wrong reason, right?
You want good eyeballs, not bad eyeballs.
And
Yeah.
then I was thinking, well, I wonder if there's people in the audience going, he is disrupting the show here. Why didn't he just go before? And I'm thinking, oh my God, this is just.
But everyone, there's 22 people. Surely that happens a lot. So
Well, I
need
was
a
the
pin.
only one to wee during the break, but that's because I should have just weed at the start. So it's my fault. I should have
And how
weed.
long do you think that disrupted them for? 90 seconds?
I think it probably put a minute to 2 minutes.
God, so what? Come on, Noel.
But I think it's just so regimented,
Can
isn't
you
it?
imagine if we got Noel on here at some point?
I'd have
After
to talk
all
about
this
that.
build-up, it
Oh
would
my
be
God.
just
But I
the
wonder whether
best.
he'd know, because he hasn't obviously done that loads and loads. I was there for 22 shows.
I've just been listening to a podcast about Tom Hanks. A thing about Tom Hanks. It's been 3 series, and in the very last episode, they do.
Did you tell me about this?
Yeah, I
Was
think
it you
so.
that told me? Yeah.
It's amazing. After all 3 series, it gets
So-
back to him about the podcast, and he comes on, and they have the chat that he needs.
Imagine if we flew over to New Zealand to
Is that where he live?
I think so.
Now, we're
Would-
talking
I
about the three of
would.
us, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh
100%.
my God. That would be
100%.
magical.
Yeah. Okay,
Can you imagine if
so-
I knocked on and he was like, Paul, I'm so sorry. It was a joke. I'll
You
tell
need
what,
that. That's what you
Do you
need to
think
hear,
he'd
though.
remember you?
He must
every
have seen
part of me wants
20,000.
to say yes, but
How
but
many guests do
absolutely
we
not.
reckon he had? How many years was it going?
So it's 22. Well, it's 22 at a time, isn't it? And it was going
Yeah.
for 15 years, 20 years.
So how many
Do you know,
people?
I really
Wow.
missed the day at Deal or No Deal boat. I got into it right at the end.
Well, it was
I'm
also on at
gutted.
4:30, so it depends what job you had. So if you,
Well, I used to record it and watch it in the evening.
oh, magic.
Yeah, we used to. Yeah, but that was right at the end.
So I really got into it. Now, Joe, did you watch it a bit?
Yeah, like not enough. Well, as I told you, I didn't really understand it.
I think the most memorable bit, because I used to watch it because I thought, well, I want to be on it. But the most memorable bit, I think anybody going back, they might go, oh yeah, I do remember them episodes actually, is the next bit I'm going to talk about.
Do you think you've got a memorable moment?
Go on.
Do you reckon you've got a memorable moment in that on the whole series, in the whole thing?
The most memorable bit of like just what happened, is this bit that I'm about to tell you now.
Okay. I'm just making sure we've covered that wee bit.
We did. I can go through it again. It was clear.
It'll happen
Jen,
anyway.
what were you feeling when you went off? Because Noel said that you went off to the toilet. What were you feeling? We were actually at the urinal weeing. Were you worried?
No, I didn't feel nice. Didn't feel good.
Well,
I
I've
felt a
had,
bit shame.
I've had to stop like recording for a piss, and you do feel, even though it's fine, they're saying no, it's fine. Take it. You do go. Oh, God.
Yeah, you're
Oh, God.
pushing more.
Oh,
and
come
why
on,
have I got
oh.
so much?
Yeah, you're really, and you're like, give it a good shake. You don't want that down
Can you
your front.
imagine if you got another
Exactly.
build-up of urine over in the next session?
Well, luckily I didn't, because I couldn't have gone through that, because I genuinely thought, like, haha, it was a joke, but I won't do it again. And I was like, I can imagine him going, Paul's not on the show anymore.
Oh, he's got the power. It could easily happen. They're just and what would you? So suddenly you come back from the break, and he goes a different. Where's Paul gone? And
Where's Paul gone?
you're a fan favourite now. No, I think you would have been irreplaceable at the time. I think you would have.
But no, not what Noel says. So they might love me, and then Noel goes, don't love him anymore, and they'll go, who?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't remember him.
Yeah.
I don't even
It's
remember him.
true.
Yeah, so that happened, and then I always felt uneasy after that, like I'd been
For the whole
naughty.
thing?
For the rest of the show, I was like, I'm the naughty
But
boy.
not the shows that are on after, just that show.
Yeah, no, the rest of my time there, I was
No,
like, that's a little
you
black
changed
mark.
it. Wow.
That's kind of like
Oh,
stuck
you never
with me.
relaxed
Never
properly
felt-
after that.
No, after that, I was kind of like, I don't think anyone would notice, but I was still a bit like,
You
oh,
were still in character, but just not as comfortable.
yeah, you know, like it's in your brain, and it's like, wouldn't life be just so much better if that little moment didn't happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And do you think he felt it between you both?
I don't think he felt. I think he.
I don't think he felt anything.
I think he just moved on. I think he probably didn't even think about it. He didn't
Yeah.
think he's just ruined a young
And
lad's
rightly so,
dreams.
which is what we should be doing.
We need Noel here to keep this story going. So move on, or I'll delete you from the show.
Oh no, that would be awful. Don't. I'm so sensitive. So after that,
I was being Noel there, not me. I would never delete you from the
yeah,
show.
Joe, please. That would come. The next morning. No, it wasn't the next morning. A couple of mornings after, we go in, and there's a little bit of a buzz, and there's a little bit of laughter, and then I look over in the corner, and there's
Corner
kind of
what,
like
the studio.
yeah, you're in like the back green room, but then the back of like kind of like a holding pen for props and broke boxes and all that type of stuff. And there's like palm trees and like hula outfits and stuff like that. And I was thinking that must be for another show or blah blah blah. And the next minute it was, hi everyone, just all huddle in. So this week is going to be Castaway, Deal or No Deal. You've all been cast away on an island, and we'll be playing Deal or No Deal. And you're all going to be dressed up. So this was huge.
Right,
I've seen these. Yeah.
Right, can
these
I
kind
ask that?
of-
And you don't know this is coming, so you haven't opted into this.
No, and they've
So
already
you have to get
selected,
dressed up even if you don't want to.
you dressing up. There's your outfit.
I don't like dressing up like that. That would be...
So I wanted to be the sexy guy, and I was thinking, like some short muscles and all that type. You could draw muscles on yourself, draw the six pack on. That'd be hilarious.
You can,
Yeah.
You can if you don't have one. That's
Yes.
So then I've gone in, and they were like, "Oh, Paul, we've got a special outfit for you." And I was like, "Okay." Remember, I said before, that's a hot studio. Most of them might be cold, Joe. This one was warm.
Oh yeah. No, they get hot.
I've got rags upon rags upon rags. Okay, and then they thought, "Oh, I know a little funny thing that we'll put on you as well." A picture's coming. Are you ready?
Where's it going to... That's not you, is it?
That is Daddy. They put a wig on me.
What are you supposed to be?
I'm a cat. I don't know, because other people didn't have that.
Show me again.
That's the big guy. What have they put me in?
What, you would be a castaway?
That was so they
You
thought,
look like a
Paul,
lunatic.
this is what we'll dress Paul as.
I think you look quite pretty.
Well, I'll be honest, it wasn't the outfit
For
I
the
wanted.
benefit of the listeners at home, they put Paul in like a blondie silver wig.
A
with a
massive, but it's
headband.
massive. It's like the
Huge.
length of it's really long.
Yeah, and raggy sort of clothes.
Fishnets on my arms.
Have they have you given you a tan as well?
They've given me probably a little bit too much of a tan. We
Yeah.
probably won't get away with it this day and age.
No, that's what I was
Right.
thinking. It
Yeah.
doesn't.
What? They've gone down that route.
I don't think they did, but I think they wanted me to look sunburned. No, I'm ginger. It's the first time I've ever had a tan. Who is that
That
person?
doesn't look like you.
That's what I keep.
Yeah, it's the no
thinking
beard.
I thought you were just showing
Can you
me.
put your face right up to the webcam next to that picture? So that covers one half. And
Right, let's
do
take a
that
grab
smile.
of that. Hold
Can
on,
you do that
let's
smile?
take a grab of that.
Was that magical?
It was bizarre, is what it was.
They
Yes, it
dressed
was.
us as castaways.
How long were you in that outfit for?
So it was a week. So it's 5 shows, isn't it? So I was probably 2 days, and I'd go back
okay.
in, and I was red hot,
That seems
sweating
unfair.
through it.
Do you reckon Noel said, "Pop that on Paul"?
Well, no,
Put that
or-
on Pissing Boy, basically.
Was it Richard?
Richard's too kind-hearted.
Was it
Osmond
Astrid?
No,
Was it the string puller?
No. Noel's the dark. Richard's the light.
There was someone that thought, who can we put the silly wig on? Because I don't remember anybody else having a wig. There was one guy that had a toga, like a caveman.
Was
He
he
looked
like
fantastic.
buff? Was he buff?
He had a tattoo.
Also, during that time, you're not feeling confident because Noel's knocked you. So that smile's quite.
Have you had
fake,
any
isn't it?
interaction with Noel since the bollocking as well?
No, you just don't. You just don't.
Oh.
So there's no way to get back into his good books.
Where's Noel's dressing room in relation to your holding pen? Or
Well,
whatever?
we had like a pen and dressing room in like the same place. I think he was probably in a different building.
Another building.
He might have had like a porter cabin.
Is this in Bristol, this building?
Yeah.
It's the chocolate thing
Because
you say, or box or whatever.
If anyone works there, I'd be willing to drive up there and do a pod
Oh,
and do a
walk
around the
around.
studio.
would
Honestly,
be
do you know
magical.
what? I reckon Mark Olver will know someone because he worked
honestly,
there for years.
I'm an hour away. I would do that.
Because
I'll do that.
Mark worked there for so many years, he's bound to know.
I could walk around the studio, the holding pen, the
my
toilet.
God.
I'd look at the urinal where you got your knob out.
It's not the
we could go to that place
Yeah.
together.
the terms you use for like holding pen. These are your terms, not their terms, right?
Can't remember. Am I
Right.
indoctrinated
I
with
just-
their language? I
I
don't
just
know.
love the fact it's called the holding pen.
I don't know. But
I
I'd love
really
to
love
go
that.
back.
What's it called, Joe?
It's-
the chocolate.
It's no, what's it called? Something
Did they
something
change
factory.
locations at some point? Or
Well,
was
when I
always
went to
been
it,
there?
let's have a look.
It was in Bristol,
The chocolate
like an
factory,
industrial
Bristol.
estate.
Yeah, TV Studio Bristol.
That would be
Honestly, I could
Magical.
walk round
Uh,
Bottle Yard
the
Studios.
Bottle Yard. That's it.
Bottle Yard.
Don't know where I got chocolate from.
Oh, do you know if there's anyone out there?
Can you
I'll-
imagine if I
Mark-
found the hotel?
I'll
and we
text
could do the
Mark
coach
now.
Trip?
Oh, that'd be amazing. It's not that far. Do you know what studio you're in?
I'll
They've
come
got
up
stages
because
here.
I'll come up as well because
I'd
I've got.
say it was a smaller one. Yeah, Joe, so we would have been in the same studio.
Studio 6, 7, 8.
Oh, I can't remember what it was called. I tell you what, on the outside, there was a deal or no deal sign. There was enough room for a coach to pull out front, and then they would have like gates, like a fence, and the crowd would be on the other side of the fence.
Set up a big hill.
Was it on a big hill? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
no, because we've got family in Bristol now, and they drove in, and I went past it on the way. It's up high. It's on the outskirts of Bristol.
Can you imagine if it's all just sat there in pristine condition with the screen there? But I'd remember
That's all
it.
boxed away. That's all boxed away.
Oh, it will be gone, won't it?
No,
but we
be-
could
be
still
kept,
retrace
though,
the
'cause,
steps.
They'll keep it just in case it comes back.
This happens.
Yeah, well,
Do you know what? I'd really like to be on it. If it
I've
ever.
never seen David look so serious in my entire
I've just
life.
sent you a screenshot of a studio on Zoom.
Let's see.
Would that be anything?
Yeah, I went through my
hello.
old Facebook.
time.
No.
Thank you.
Oh, what a way to end it. I haven't told you anything.
Sorry, Joe. Can you just look at that picture?
Yeah.
It looks similar.
I did.
'Cause
I
I
never
remem-
went. I was at the studio. Well, the thing is, it's got nothing in it, so you can't tell.
Yeah. I remember the black
It looks
walls.
so different. Looks so different when you got stuff in it. Right,
Petra has called time.
Petra. Is,
Paul, it's been absolutely wonderful.
we've learned so much. One of the best recaps I've ever.
Okay, don't rush it.
Right, well, we'll have to reschedule
There will be
another.
an episode 4 of Paul.
We all deep down, we all knew there would be. Didn't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
We didn't
I'm never
think
going to
this-
go. I'm going to blast through this one, lads.
No, what's the point of blasting through
Have
it?
you got 15 minutes and I'll be done? We haven't even got
Okay.
to my show, which is
I
just...
know, that is going to take fucking ages.
Do you know what? I'd say Easter.
I reckon you could
Yeah.
fill an episode walking from when they say, Paul,
Yeah.
come from your box to the middle. I reckon you could fill an episode.
Isn't it going to take... And the end, the leaving will take 2 or 3 eps.
Oh, my God.
Packing up and
There's so many little things that I'm dying to just blurt out.
Save it, son. Save it.
It's saved. But anyway, yeah. So the next one I think will
Paul's
be
been an
Halloween, maybe.
absolute delight. People love having you on.
Including us. God, I do look
love
forward
it.
to you coming on. It's so
This
much
is the
fun.
highlight of my entire life. Not Kate, not Charlie.
I was going to say, apart from your beautiful
You two.
family, yeah.
Yeah.
You're my Kate and Charlie. Been so much
Thank you very
trouble.
much.
Oh, what a wonderful little moment that was, by the way. I
Yeah, it
enjoyed
was.
that.
Yeah.
How lovely.
Okay.
Well, look,
Oh, you look like you're a bit deflated, Paul.
I feel
I
like
just want to carry on.
I feel like you're. Do you know what? I feel like you've just come out the blocks. You've got 100 meters, and we've stopped you at 1.5 meters.
It takes me an hour to get into it.
It's like in 100
No, it
meters.
takes you 36 minutes as it goes.
One of the best. In my opinion, you're one of the best recappers I've ever met.
Oh, stop recap. Right, I'll make a note. Don't recap. All
No,
caps.
we do need a recap.
No, we
It
need a
does help.
recap. It's
Well, maybe we'll do a recap episode, like a 2-minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could do.
I'll tell you
It
what.
won't be
We'll
2
get
minutes.
Pedro to bang on the. We'll get Pedro to bang on the door at 7 minutes to say recap over.
Yeah.
At whatever point we are on the recap, and then 53 minutes later she'll go over.
Isn't it weird how fast an hour?
Right,
flies?
we're not
Wow.
listening to the over thing. We're just spilling over
Yeah,
the over.
cheers, Paul.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Cheers, Paul.
Well, we'll book you in for another time.
See you in Halloween, mate. Halloween special.
Halloween special. So-
Halloween, that's fucking 6 days away or whatever.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, if you think about it, Halloween's gone.
Oh, yes, Halloween's gone.
Ooh,
Yeah,
behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
but-
great, Paul. See you on
Thanks,
at
mate.
4.
All right.
Yeah,
Enjoy
can't
the
wait,
rest
mate.
of the day.
Take care.
And you, mate. Cheers.
Thank you, mate. Bye.
Bye.